Alright, here's our little hangout. I leave the Bigfoot down here part of the summer in order to drain the tanks and give us extra water. I'll show you what we do. I've got a macerator pump that is hooked up underneath onto the bayonet fitting. They're about $250 at Camping World. Allows us to discharge the black and the gray tanks through a garden hose. Basically, it's just think of it as a garbage disposal for black tanks. We won't get too graphic. Anyway, we run this through a hose, that hose right there, into a tank that I've got in the back of the truck. And there is the tank. Those tanks have got like a 2-inch course fitting and a 2-inch pipe fitting on it, and so I cobbled together a 3-inch bayonet fitting for standard RV drain lines on that with a knife blade. I've got it tilted up in the back to give me a little bit better discharge, and when I discharge it, I'll take that top bung off and run a garden hose into it just to get it clean, and then I'll take it out. Coming down here, I've got another 55-gallon drum that I fill full of water, and we gravity feed it into this. It's got a pressure sensitive pump on it that I hook into the city water supply, into the side of this thing, so that we can have on-demand fresh water. Now this water right here is strictly for showering and washing up. For drinking water, we fill up some 3-gallon carboys at wherever water's sold, and we use that for drinking coffee, etc. I'm using this over here to hold my big batteries that I use for, I've got to charge them right now, that I use for that thing there to pull sagebrush out of here. And then I've got a 12-volt Ironman fridge that works well, and a little 1500-watt inverter for charging up our batteries for running our Sawzall for cutting down all these trees. Looks like that one there could use a charge. I've got 300 watts up on the roof, 2 separate chargers. The 300 watts on the roof are charging these 2 AGMs. And then that little 100-watt over here I've got on a small charge controller that's charging the house battery. We don't need much on it because we don't use that much power. And I've got a couple other spares. Reason I'm not using those is because my other charge controller went out. I bought this thing over at Camping World for $20, and it's 8 amp max, and 2 panels would kill that. So waiting for another panel to come, another charge controller to come in before we use it, but it's starting to look pretty good out here. We've got it pretty much thinned up, and we've got another camping spot set up back over there with a tent spot and a fireplace up, a fire pit. So all for now.